Gita. Today we will tell you the story of Ajamila, the life and death of Ajamila and the afterlife. So there once lived a young Brahmin called Ajamila in a city called Kanyakubja. Ajamila was passionate and kind to all. He lived with his parents and young wife and always chanted his prayers and mantras and offered respects to his parents and spiritual master. One day, when Ajamila went to the forest to collect fruits and flowers for deity worship, he came across a drunkard man who was shamelessly kissing a prostitute. Ajamila became attracted to this woman but knew that it was not appropriate. Despite his attempts to control his restless mind, he could not get rid of thoughts of her. So eventually, impelled by desire, he moved in with her and fell from his pure lifestyle into greed-addicted habits. He became a cheat, thief, and gambler, and his heart turned cruel. This prostitute bore Ajamila 10 sons. The youngest of them was called Narayan. Ajamil was so attracted to his son Narayan that he thought of nothing else. He would not even eat or drink before he had fed Narayan. Years rolled on. Ajamil was getting old and at the advanced stage of 88, drawing near. One night, half asleep, he saw approaching him three dreadful and ferocious beings holding ropes in their hands. They had twisted faces, long unruly hair on their heads, and their bodily hair were just like bristles. Ajamila recognized them as the legendary Yamdutas, the servant of Yama, the lord of the lord of death. They had come to take him to the planet of Yamraj. Overwhelmed by terror, he cried out his son, Narayana, come here, Narayan, because Ajamil chanted the holy name of Narayan, and even though he was really calling his son, the beautiful Vishnu Dutas, who are the servant of Vishnu, immediately arrived. They each looked just like Lord Vishnu. Their complexion was dark blue, they had 4 arms, and on their heads they wore golden crowns. They were, they were exquisitely beautiful and moved gracefully. They immediately approached the Yamdutas who were dragging the Brahmin's soul from his body and ordered, We forbid you. You cannot take him to Yamraj. The fierce-looking Yamdutas angrily retorted, Who are you to prevent us from taking this sinful man to our master, Lord Yama? Our master Yamraja punishes those who lead sinful life. Ajamila left his parents and young wife, lived with a prostitute and deserves to be punished. The Vishnudutas replied to the Yamdutas, No doubt he was a sinner, but since he chanted the Lord's powerful name, even though indicating his son, he comes under Narayan's protection. All his sins have been eradicated and therefore he is exempt from the punishment by Yama. After some further discussion, the Yamdutas reluctantly released Ajamil and returned to their master Yamraja. After they explained the embarrassing incident, Yama ordered them, You should never go near the devotees, for they remember and chant the Lord's name. Bring to me that only those people who have never chanted the Lord's name and whose ears have never once heard the stories of the Lord. After hearing the conversation between the Vishnu Dutas and the Yama Dutas, Ajamila realized that he had been given a second chance. Fully aware of his previous folly, he became a great devotee of Narayan and strictly performed his spiritual duties to free himself of any traces of material desire. A few years later, the Vishnudutas returned on a swan aeroplane and escorted Ajamila back to the spiritual realm.